Hey, so you might have been feeling an increased amount of maybe heavy energies or dark energies, affecting your mood, making you feel just a little bit, I don't know, down, or even physical problems. It seems like there's sort of a battle heating up. It seems like there's just more of that coming up. So I thought it was a good time to share all of the shamanic techniques that I use and I know and teach my clients, my students, to most efficiently and effectively clear yourself of these energies. Okay, so and the thing is, you might be influenced by what you're seeing, what you're hearing from other people, what you might be feeling, just picking up on if you're sensitive. So basically, it's better to do something than to just do it in your head, to imagine it, right? That the mythic is the ritual, the ceremony, the images, the symbols. It's a little more powerful than doing it just mentally. So I'm going to share some of these things with you. The first one has to do with the energy threads that we connect, the cords that we connect when we're engaged with people, with thoughts, with meetings and things. And there may be like an event in the past. It may be something you're thinking about in the future. It may be some people you've just talked to or worked with. And we have these cords that connect to our third chakra, and it feeds us information into our nervous system through the third chakra. That's the intuition, that's the tracking and the sensing and the empathy. Okay? But once we get the information, we don't need to continue to feel it. So one of the great things that I like to use, because it's very efficient and quick and easy, is called the Kahuna Break. I learned it from Vianna Steibel in the Theta Healing coursework. And basically you rub your hands together in front of your third chakra to build up some energy, and then you push out 3 times. It's like squeegeeing out the tubes of whatever energy is there, and then with the inner hand you cut down and then smooth. So you're cutting the cords and you're then smoothing your energy field again. All right, so that's something, after a while when you practice these things, your body knows what it is, and then you just have to like barely do anything and it still works. Okay, and that's when you think of cutting cords. And of course, another way to cut cords is, you hear a lot of different methods. There's knives and swords. You can run a knife in front of you and around you if there's any other things that might be affecting you. That gets a little more fancy and it's not as acceptable in public perhaps. Of course, sage, the smudging, the classic energy clearing, mostly of the northern Native Americas, because this is where it shows up, and other places. But there's cedars and sages and frankincense and myrrhs, and so there's lots of different things you can do. You can use the actual smoke and just get it all around your energy field. I use my agua de Florida where I spritz it, and that's another way of doing that. We have Palo Santo. I love Palo Santo. I think it's extremely powerful. This comes from the Amazon, the jungles of South America. But it's the same thing. I'm just wanting to make sure that I'm getting this, and make sure you get down at the first chakra and you get up the crown, and a lot, make sure you get your back, because a lot of these things sneak in from the back because you're not aware of it. You can also, if you happen to smoke, if you like tobacco and it's something you do, let's see where this is. I know I have one in here. Same thing, this is a very powerful cleansing plant as well. So, if you light up a cigarette or a cigar, you want to blow it over your energy field.
Are you smoking?
I was hoping my wife would know. I'm doing a video.
Well, don't do it in the house.
Okay, I'll be right back. Had a feeling I'd get in trouble for that. Okay, so anyway, that's So that's the,
I'm not kidding.
okay. Thank you. Sorry. All right.
Sorry, schmarry.
Okay. Okay, I'm doing a video. Okay. The other thing, okay, so those are a lot of really good cleansing techniques, right? You can also open your Viracocha in the Kero tradition that I learned. We reach up into the 8th chakra that's kind of above the head. It's where the soul goes when you pass, and you can pull that around you, and it creates a sacred space around you. And if you're working with people, we do that around our clients, and that's like in addition to opening the sacred space that we would do, we call on the team. So that's always good. But speaking of calling on the team, it's, you may feel you've, built up enough personal power. I know I've messed with this throughout my life now, 54 years basically, of having negative energies and entities and weird beings, trying to get at me because, I'm open and I'm light and I'm trying to do good in the world and all that. But, if you have something like that going on, and just anything where you feel it's attached and you've picked up on it somehow, you want to call on the team. All right. And I've practiced this with a lot of different, you've got Archangel Michael, right, who loves to do battle, but the problem is he loves to do battle, so the entities come back to do battle every night. And, you may want to get rid of them permanently, right? So regardless of religion, has nothing to do with it, regardless of anything, I have found actually that the one known as Jesus, right, is frankly, I don't know if it's because of the street cred or that just got the biggest reputation on the planet. He's the most well-known, and or he's the baddest. You know what I mean? Like he's the most powerful. But and his mother Mary, and so I've called on Mary, I've called on Jesus, and it's like the classic thing. In the name of Jesus, get out. And if you can do that yourself, get out. And this thing comes at you, and it's like, get out. You want to do it with force. You want to do it with command, just like if someone was trying to get into your house. You're not going to be like, oh, please God, send them out. It's like you want to be intimidating, right? So this is the point. You want to master your space, hold your space. So be very, very intense, very commanding. Do it 3 times in the name of Jesus. Get out, get out, get out. And, so I carry crosses with me. I've got crosses in the house, just as a mythic reminder of my team and all the angels and other beings you can see here. But definitely bring in the big guns. Power helps, reputation helps, okay? And if, that should get it done, quite honestly. But here's the thing. This is probably the most important thing and probably absolutely critical, because you can have all these protections set up, but if you have doubt, if you are divided within, if you are doing battle with yourself, if you are judging yourself, if you are questioning, am I really a good person or not? Was that the right thing to do or not? I don't know, if I can really do this. I'm not sure I'm worthy enough to be a light worker or being, or I'm a good person. That is the opening. No matter how much protection you have set up, if you're, basically we call it in shamanism, sorcery or negative or heavy energies can only get to you where you're getting yourself. This is a well-known thing among sorcerers. They're not going to spend a lot of energy trying to convince you, and do battle with you. What they're going to do is wait for you to kind of go, well, maybe I am a bad person and I deserve to, to die or something like this. And then they'll just do that one final piece. Yeah, you're really not that good, are you? Remember what you did when you were 11? And boom, you do it to yourself. So just know, and Jesus said this too, all the great teachers have said this, if your eye is single, you can move that mountain into the sea. There is no power greater than you. There is nobody allowed to take command over your body or your space. There's no one above you. There's no judge or scorekeeper either. This thing we call God, this source, the 1,000 names for it, it's just here to give us what we're asking for, help us to co-create. It's not judging, and it's not necessarily going to protect you from yourself. So just remember, you definitely want to check and be very vigilant about, where am I getting myself? Where is there any doubt? Where am I judging myself? And stop. Just stop. I'm assuming you're a benevolent person, you're a good person, you're not malicious, you're not trying to take anybody's power. That's a different story at that point. But, most of you watching this, you're really good, and you're really out to do good in the world. And again, you will be attacked, and you will have energies glom onto you. And so all of these practices are good. Practice them, do whatever you can. There's one more technique that we do on a daily basis for cleansing the chakras. You can use fire and smudging, but you can also use water. Water cleanses. It's not as quick as fire, but you put your left hand behind your second chakra, the base of your back, and with your right hand you spin in front of your chakras counterclockwise, and then rinse in the water. So you're washing them out. I do this in the shower every morning. You do it when you're washing your hands, but you just go up each chakra, rinse, and I do the sub chakras as well, the hand width, so it's the belly button included, along with the main 7. And then when you get to the 5th, then there's one at the chin, there's one at the nose, there's the 6th and the 7th. So do them all. Why not? Just rinse, and then energize, spin them all up. So that's it. These are the techniques. And again, most important of all, be good to yourself. Be allowing. Be non-judging. Be forgiving. There's nothing to forgive. And you'll be all right. Call on the team. Call on the big guns when you need to, and you're gonna feel a lot better. I promise. All right, if you have any questions, of course, you can always email me, john@shamanjohn.com, no H in there, and no H in John. And my website, of course, shamanjohn.com, and hope this was helpful. Thank you.